Hello there, here's the news at this hour from TSTV. I am Mobola Badekale. Here are some major headlines. Governor MAKINDE reverses plans to reopen schools and religious centers. Cross River State set June 16th for resumption of public schools. If we continue borrowing, Nigeria will stop breathing, says SECONDUS. Brazilian governor faces impeachment over COVID-19 funds. Premier League confirms new COVID-19 case. And now, the news in details. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, said the state government has reversed its decision to reopen religious centers based on experts' advice, and schools will be reopened based on the risk report being carried out by the state COVID-19 task force. Governor Makinde disclosed this on Wednesday while delivering a speech in commemoration with Oyo State House of Assembly one-year legislative operations. The governor said the July 15th proposed for schools to resume and consideration of religious centers to reopen has been placed on hold indefinitely. He then noted that the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and CDC has approved a second diagnostic center for testing for COVID-19 in the state. He also hinted that this Wednesday will flag off the Rural Community Development Center, RCDC Aware, commission COVID-19 Isolation Center Aware, and also commission Primary Health Care Center, Afrin Oyo. And while speaking on spate of crime and criminality in Oyo State and recent rape and murder of Barakat Bello and Azizat Shomuiwa, Governor Makinde stated that the Oyo State Security Network, codenamed Amoteco, will begin operation next month. He, however, said the 22.5 billion infrastructure loan approved by the Oyo State House of Assembly will go into developing the health sector of the state. 365 days after its inauguration, the 9th Oyo State House of Assembly has passed into law 34 bills, 37 motions and numerous resolutions. The Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Adebogu Doyin, disclosed this on Wednesday during the House one-year legislative anniversary and special sitting. Honorable Debo noted that in just 12 months, the House has recorded what some houses of assembly could not achieve in 4 years. The Speaker, who frowned at some news and current affairs portraying the 9th Oyo Assembly as a rubber stamp house, noted that many fake news peddlers are victims of language war. He then maintained that the Oyo State House of Assembly will continue to walk in the right path and support the executive and judiciary arms in moving the state forward. Cross River State Government has announced June 16th for the resumption of public schools in phases. The date approved by Governor Ben Ayade was made known by the Commissioner for Education, Mr. Godwin Amanke, in an interview with newsmen, and in a statement by the Special Advisor, Media and Publicity to the Governor, Mr. Christian Ita. Amanke explained that on the said date, 3 public schools, 1 each in 3 senatorial districts across the state, will reopen, and after 2 days, an increased number will be approved for resumption. Others will resume in phases till the end of the month. He further explained that the state government was coming out with the COVID-19 protocols for resumption of schools, which shall cover provision of personal protective equipment PPEs produced by the state government factory to be distributed for free to schools' pupils and their teachers. He added that the state has about 23,000 pupils in primary schools and over 75,000 in secondary schools, all of who will be provided with a PPE currently being mass-produced in the factory. No fewer than 35 military personnel from the 245 Battalion Calabar Cross River State and 223 Battalion Zuru Kebbi State and some staff of Army Medical Referral Services have been confirmed positive for COVID-19 in Bauchi State. The Executive Chairman, Bauchi State Primary Health Care Development Agency, Dr. Rilwan Mohammed, disclosed this at the state's COVID-19 update at the Government House on Wednesday. He said the 35 military personnel were on admission at the Bayara Isolation Center receiving treatment. Mohammed also said that 4 imams in the state were also confirmed positive for the disease, adding that 10 prisoners at the Nigeria Correctional Center in Bauchi have also been infected. On the infected medical personnel in the state, he said that since the index case on March 24th, 48 medical personnel have been confirmed positive for coronavirus, with 3 newly recorded cases and 1 death. The national leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, yesterday lampooned the federal government over continued external borrowings, just as it warned that if the borrowings continued, it would get to a position where Nigeria would stop breathing, both politically and economically. Speaking with journalists in Abuja after a 3-hour reconciliatory meeting with the PDP's Senate caucus, National Chairman of PDP, Prince Uche Secondus, urged senators on the political party to henceforth protest such a move by the federal government to embark on additional borrowing. The meeting had in attendance members of the PDP National Working Committee, NWC, and senators led by the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Enyinaya Baribe, PDP Abia South 1. You would recall that the Senate had so far this year approved $22.7 billion, $5.53 billion and about 850 billion naira on different occasions for the Buhari regime to fund the 2020 budget. And on the foreign scene, some European Union member states have announced new steps to reopen their borders with the improvement of the COVID-19 situation inside their countries. German Interior Minister Horst Seehofer announced on Wednesday that Germany would on Monday lift border controls which have been implemented for 3 months since the coronavirus outbreak. Controls along Germany's land borders with Switzerland, France, Austria and Denmark will be lifted on Monday, and the government will reconsider its plans if the COVID-19 situation worsens. From Tuesday, European Union citizens and Swiss nationals can enter Germany again unhindered without control or quarantine regulations, according to the federal government's decision. The Rio de Janeiro state legislature voted Wednesday to open impeachment proceedings against Governor Wilson Witzel over accusation he embezzled funds for fighting the coronavirus pandemic. With 69 votes in favor and 1 abstention, legislators in the state, Brazil's second hardest hit in the pandemic, after Sao Paulo passed a motion to open an impeachment commission to investigate the allegations. It was one of 14 impeachment motions facing Witzel, who denies the allegation and accuses the far-right leader of political persecution. If the commission decides to go again with the impeachment proceedings, the legislature will hold another vote on whether to suspend Witzel from his job and put him on trial. The process, which can last up to 180 days, would conclude with a vote on whether to remove him from office definitely. And finally, in the world of sport, there was one positive result from the English Premier League's latest round of tests for the novel coronavirus, the league said on Wednesday. A total of 1,213 tests were carried out among players and club staff on Monday and Tuesday. It was the 7th round of tests since players from England's top 20 flight clubs returned to training. The previous round of testing produced 13 positive in total, as no Premier League match has taken place since March because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The English Premier League is scheduled to restart on June 17th when Aston Villa face Sheffield United and Manchester City takes on Arsenal. Sevilla and Real Betis is the game in Spain most defined by its fans, and on Thursday it will be the first glimpse of La Liga without them as the season resumes behind closed doors after 3 months away due to the coronavirus. Fireworks, banners, plumes of smoke and crowds delirious at the side of a team bus, let alone a goal, the Seville Derby is a fixture renowned for its intensity and cherished by its supporters. There will be 110 games, held in 39 days, with clubs playing every 3 days for 5.5 weeks. But none for the rest of the season will be as much as a stark reminder of what is missing. At Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, where Sevilla had only lost 2 games this season in front of their fans, the stand will be empty except for officials, and substitutes will be stretched out across rows to maintain social distancing. For those watching on television at home, the stands can be full with virtual faces planted in place of vacant seats and fake crowd notes taken from the computer game FIFA, ebbing and flowing according to the action. La Liga's hope is to pitch the restart as a celebration. And with that, we've come to the end of the news. Here is a brief recap of the major headlines. Governor MAKINDE reverses plans to reopen schools and religious centers. Cross River sets June 16th for resumption of public schools. If we continue borrowing, Nigeria will stop breathing, says SECONDUS. Brazilian governor faces impeachment over COVID-19 funds. And you also heard that Premier League confirms new COVID-19 case. As the world eases out of lockdown, kindly ensure to take all advice and precaution that is given by health workers. I am Mobola Badekale. Good day and thank you for watching.